Hi, are you a reseller selling on eBay, Vinted or Depop? Well, I want you to think about, where do you get your stock from? Can you get as much stock as you want whenever you want? Or are you going to car boot sales? Are you going to charity shops? Where are you getting your stock from? Are you having the problem of going to a car boot sale and not getting the items that you want to be able to sell on your store for the next week? Are you having to traipse around charity shops every single day just to get the stock that you want? Well, I'd like you to consider this. What if you could get stock delivered to you within 24 or 48 hours and as much stock as you like? Well, that's what I've started doing. So today I'm unboxing 5 boxes of stock from Best Vintage Wholesale. There we go. Best Vintage Wholesale. So I ordered this late one night. It came yesterday. Didn't have the time I didn't have time to do the unboxing. So here we are this morning. I've not opened any of these. So what I've actually bought, it's May, so it's coming up to summertime. And something that I noticed over the last couple of years is that I get a summer slowdown. So I decided to go for shorts. I thought, if I buy shorts for the summer, there's a good chance that I can avoid the summer slowdown. So anyway, I thought I'd share with you exactly what I'm getting from Best Vintage Wholesale. Now, these shorts have worked out at, I got 4 boxes of surfer shorts and 1 box of cargo shorts. And the surfer shorts, these work out at about £3 a piece. So let's see what's the best way. I think I'm going to put them on here. And actually, I'm going to put them back into the box. I'm trying to work out what's the best way to show you. I'm going to get them here and then I'm going to put them back into the box. And I do also like that they actually say who packed the box. Anyway, first let's have a look what we've got here. Now I'm not going to know all the brands. Nice red pair. They look good. Kind of pronouncing it. It's not a brand I can particularly pronounce. Moving on to the next one. If I can pronounce the brands, I will, but I am dyslexic, so I think these are called Alpha Style. They're quite nice. Now, the thing that I really also like about about getting the surfer shorts, that I do tend to notice, is so far I really like the pockets on these. These have got some nice pockets. The pattern on them, I've not seen one that is exactly the same as another one. They're all different. Don't recognise any of the brands yet though, so these are quite unbranded. Well, not unbranded, but they're not brands I'm familiar with. Okay, so we've got a Kirkland brand. We've got a Kirkland there. But they're not. I mean, the quality. I mean, these are supposed to be A and B grade quality. Most of the time, it's A grade. Now I'm looking to sell these roughly. I am using an AI lister, but tend to get about £15 for them. Some of them go up to 20 or 30. They're really good. So these have obviously come from the US, and they've probably come from, so we've got some George ones here. George, we do get quite a few George. But even for £3, if you're selling them, if you can sell them for 10, I mean, ideally I'd like to sell them for about 13 and get £10 profit. Sun. Quite good. Oh, this is a nice surfer design. Full West, I think this is called. Nice bit of surfboards. Quality so far on all of these so far has definitely been A grade. Old Navy. Yep. So some Old Navy. Now, there's a little bit of dirt there, a little bit of staining. So this is a pair that are actually going to have to go in the wash. Now, a lot of these, they're so clean, they don't need to go in the wash first. Now, all of my items I will steam clean. I use a steam generator. But if they're like that last one, I will just whack them in the wash first. Rip Zone. So these ones, they've still got the tag on, and they were a $40 pair. So that's pretty cool. New with tags. So I would hope to get 20 quid on that, maybe more. Superman ones. So far they're all looking really good. Well, there's just some, I mean, surfer shorts just have such funky designs on them. Let's see what we've got next. So this is another Old Navy. Now I don't know if you guys are selling shorts, but with the photographs that I'm doing, I am turning the although all of these shorts, some of them might look good on the outside, but it's if they've got the mesh and actually checking. I put the photos of both sides of the mesh to show how good that is as well on the inside when I'm doing shorts, especially if it's if they've got the mesh. And I do that on all these surf shorts. Not all of them have the mesh, and something to watch out for. Sometimes there'll be I've had a couple where the shorts look great, but you can see that the mesh has actually been removed from the inside. I like that tag design. That says it's from Hawaii. But there we go, just a black pair, but they're still good. I know not everyone's going to want to watch all of this film, but I'm going to make it anyway. And those people that would like to have a good look can see exactly what I'm getting from these boxes. So that's why, oh, there we go. Bit of a mark there. So that one will need to go in the wash. Chain design kind of things, kind of funky design. There's just, I say, all of these are just different. Different designs, so many different designs. Wave Life brand. Get quite a few with the flamingos on it. That's had a few different ones with flamingos. That's kind of cool. And what have we got here? I don't know that brand. And they're so colourful as well. See if I get anything that I can spot that's In Gear. Not heard of In Gear. Maybe I should come back a bit for the what we got here. So I've not seen anything wrong with any of these yet, so they all look to be Salt Life. Salt Life brand. Yeah, these are all definitely A grade. Oh, here we go. We have one that isn't. There we go. We do have one here that has a hole in it. Now some people might sell that, but I don't do ones with holes in. Personally, put that one to one side. We can't expect everything to be absolutely perfect and for them to get all of them, but all the rest of them. So that's 1 out of 25 that I personally wouldn't sell. So that's the first box. Actually, what I'm going to do, we're going to go through these ones at the end and see how many that I wouldn't personally be happy with selling. But saying that, how many times have you bought something at a car boot sale or a charity shop, got it home and found something that you didn't notice at the time? Because I know I certainly have. Right, now this is the branded cargo shorts, I believe. Now the reason I say that without opening the box is that they're heavier, and you can tell the weight of the box, but they're a heavier item. Right, okay. Pop that there. Let's just grab them out. Now these were £150 for this box. Let's see what we've got. Starting off with Gap. So this is a pair of Gap. All looks good. A couple of letters in that have been written in that one. But apart from that, I think that looks good. Next one, Eddie Bauer. Nice Eddie Bauer ones. Next ones. I don't know how to pronounce this. Marmot, M-A-R-M-O-T, Marmot. Never heard of that brand, to be honest. Doesn't mean to say they're not good. I mean, I can see they're good. Okay, Beverly Hills Polo Club. Well. So this is a pair of Airwalk. This is Airwalk. Now this one to me, this is B grade. It's white and it's got some stains here, and some staining here. So not only whites are not. I don't really like white stuff. I mean, they're quite nice, but I'm obviously going to have to not only wash but stain treat. One of the dogs has picked up one of the labels. Right. Anyway, but yeah, so that's just going to need washing and it's going to need stain treatment. Next pair, nice pair of Vans. So that's pretty good. Like Vans. Lee, pair of Lees. Lees again. Now I'm selling these roughly, probably end up selling these for, at the minimum I want to get for these is £15. I'll probably put them up for £17.50. But I will. What I'll do is I'll have a look at what they are selling at. Like for example, this is a pair of Levi's. Nice pair of Levi's. It's got the big Levi's in there. So some of these, if they pop up for £30, are showing on the AI lister, then I will put them on that to start with, and then I will drop them down if they don't sell. So we've got another pair of Levi's here. Levi's. And the one thing about these, they all look way better once they've been, if they're dirty and they need washing, then obviously they get washed. But once they've had the steam generator iron over them, they look so much better. A pair of Lees. Moving on, what have we got here? Yeah, so obviously lighter colours are not so great. Don't actually see a brand on these. They look good, but I don't see a brand that I can identify. Even on the label, it just says Care. But actually, for a light pair, these ones, I don't see any stains or marks on those. So that's really nice. Let me just let one of the dogs out. Okay, moving on. Another pair of Lees. Now these actually, this has a stain. This has a stain right there. It's only a little stain. I will, once it's been through the wash, I'll probably do a little bit of stain treatment on that one, to be honest. Another one I'm not sure on the brand, but it has got an RN number, so I could look it up. Oh, Wrangler, here we go. Oh, there we go. There's the tag, says Wrangler. Yeah, there's a couple of marks on that one. Nothing major, but a couple of little marks. I think, is that Wrangler again? Yeah. So we've just got the little it doesn't say anything big, but it's just got the little Wrangler badge on the pocket. Another pair of those. Are we Wrangler again? Yep, that's another pair of Wrangler. So we've got a few Wranglers in there. What's this one? So, yeah, this is another Wrangler. I don't mind Wrangler shorts. They're pretty good, to be honest. You know, I've already sold. I've had a batch of these before. I've already sold them. We've got more. Eddie Bauer. Yeah, the Wranglers were selling for £17.50. I think we've got, here we go, US Polo Association. Stock pair. Cargo shorts by DKNY. They obviously at some point were in a Goodwill in America. They're pretty good. What have we got here? Piranha, I think that is. Again, they look good. There's no sign of anything wrong with those. Another pair of Wrangler. Now these Wranglers actually do have the badge there. They got the badge on the pocket. They're quite nice. Yeah, really happy with that so far. Beverly Hills Polo Club. They're looking nice. There's a pair of Gap. Coming to the last ones here. Southpaw, I've heard of the brand. I'm not sure how good Southpaw are, but Southpaw. And last pair in that box is Gap again. Right, okay, so that's the box of cargo shorts. Okay, so we've done the first two boxes. Let's jump into this third one. So the next three boxes are all the surfer shorts. So let me know down in the comments, what do you think of these shorts? Do you think they're worth getting? I mean, I certainly think they're worth getting, but compared to having to struggle going around a car boot sale, and you know, if you want to be doing 10, 20 items a day in your store, you know, are you able to get the amount of stuff that you want from going to charity shops or going around a car boot sale? I used to find it really stressful when you're not finding the amount of stuff that you want, or a car boot sale's rained off, and you can't get the stock that you want to when you're trying to run a consistent reselling business. And I just find this takes all the stress out of it. Instead of having to go away and get your stock, literally DPD man knocks on the door, "We've got your stock for you, sir." You know, I find that very easy. Now, I'm well aware that there's, the other thing is that you're not so likely to find the big banger stuff. You know that the stuff you're getting, there's going to be a certain percentage and a certain markup. And you're not, in these bundles, I'm not likely to find £100 item that's sat there. However, I might find a good brand of something that might be worth 30 or 40 quid, but I'm not likely to find the bangers in these. But what you are going to have is the consistency. So if you know that you can sell the items for 15 quid and you're paying £3 for them, and you're looking for a £10 profit if you're selling on Vinted where you've got no fees. Now if you're selling on eBay, obviously you've got your fees to take into account, which might not be so good for you. So you really need to know your numbers, and you really need to know how much you're spending and what profit you're actually going to be making, and have you got the margins on your business for it. Anyway, let's jump into having a look at these. I'm going to step back a bit with the camera so I can be this side of the light. You can probably see them better there under the light. Oh, this one's got Coca-Cola all over it. Not seen these ones before. Yeah, so you've actually got the Coca-Cola brand. And another brand I've not heard of, Joe Fresh. Sailing boats all over them. Looking good. Next one, what have we got here? Roundtree Yorkie. Brooklyn Clothing. Right, this is another pair of George. MMA Elite. So they're obviously a fighting workout kind of pair, which are very similar to surfing shorts. Oh, back into very palm tree. This is I don't know that. Oh, these are Billabong. Yep, nice pair of Billabong. Okay. Now I wonder if this is even this is the. Right, this is very similar to the last pair, but this is actually a pair of George. Very much in the palm tree kind of thing. This is OP. Kind of dark black pair. Looking good. They're all great quality though. Well, here we go. Here's one that's I can't pronounce that. How do you pronounce that? But this one hasn't got a. It's got the holes, but it hasn't actually got the cord or the string. So not ideal not to have the drawstring. These are Big Chill. Yeah, so that would to me make the B grade, where it's not hasn't got the drawstring, which is kind of a little bit frustrating. But at the very least, on those, I would expect to easily still get my money back on them, even though they might not have the biggest profit on them at that point. These are World. I can't pronounce that. I'm going to show you it anyway. Okay, pair of Old Navy looking good. Like the green. Right, we've got some NFL team apparel, apparently. We've got here. Okay, this pair is Nautica. Nice pair of Nautica. Would hope maybe that the price might be reasonable on those Nauticas. Maybe nearer the 20. OP again. Now this OP, this one is missing the cord. I might have to get some shoelaces or something that can that I can replace those with. Actually, that might be an idea. Right, we've got some Old Navy there. Nice green. Yeah, I might look into getting some shoelaces that would be appropriate to be used as the ties on this, because basically that's all they are. It's like a shoelace, isn't it? Probably just get some basic black ones. Although these have got white, so maybe I should get some. If I'm going to keep buying these. Now my plan is, at the moment, is to buy shorts all the way through till September, when we normally have this. That's normally my summer slowdown bit that I notice the drop in sales. So this year I'm going to try. I'm trying with the shorts, and oh, these are Hugo Boss. Some nice Hugo Boss shorts. Yeah, and then my plan is to move over to jumpers and knitwear from September, probably all the way through to probably March. Okay, so we've got some Speedos here. Speedos, obviously a good, well-known brand. Looking good. Not seeing anything wrong with those. I think that's Joe Molin, I think that one's called. Okay. Last one for this box is Sonoma. Never heard of them. Anyway, you don't have to have heard of them to be nice shorts. So I know there's many brands that I've never heard of that are great brands. So don't go by my brand knowledge. Moving over to the next box. Is it upside down? Yeah. The other thing that I've noticed is the boxes that these come in. They're really nice, sturdy boxes, and I really want to work out a way to start utilising these in some way, possibly in my storage, because in my storage unit, in my garage, I'm paying £2 a box for the boxes that are used in my storage, and when you need hundreds of them, it's a lot of money. So it might be nice to work out how to start utilising these as storage in some way. That's something to be worked on and work out how that may or may not work. Anyway, moving on to the next one. So let's have a look at this next box. Okay, these ones. These are George. Now you might think George, some of these brands, if you've not bought shorts recently, they're not cheap. You know, they're not cheap to buy. So this is Rip Zone. That's dark pear. Marona, never heard of Marona. Not seeing any marks on them at all. I think that says, oh, Travis Matthew, I think that is. Very Stars and Stripes. Tenson. Not heard of Tenson. Right, so this one has the drawstrings. They've just pulled through, but they'll be fine. Can't see a brand on that one. No, not seeing a brand label. Well, these are good. What are these? Mossimo, I think it is. Might have heard of that. Cherokee, they're very yellow. Cherokee shorts. Faded Glory. This is another pair of the Piranha ones. I recognise the logo on them. There's just there, I don't know if you can see that. Some more Speedos. Oh, these are O'Neill's. I think they're called Hyper Freak board shorts. There is a minute little hole just there. Now that's not too bad a hole, but it's I will sell those. They're not a big enough hole for me to go, no, I'm not putting those out, but it's a shame. These are Dressman shorts. Some more Old Navy. More George. St John's Bay. Well, I don't know what you guys are thinking, but this is Boathouse. I'm really happy with the quality of stuff that I'm getting. You can't expect everything to be absolutely perfect, and it is A and B grade. Under Armour. Some Under Armour shorts. But most of this is so this is Faded Glory. Most of these I would definitely call A grade, and I'm personally really happy with the quality of what I'm getting for the amount that, you know, for £3 each. Some more Speedos. Arizona. I think that's a brand, not just where they're from. And Marvel. So what are these? Some Marvel ones. Okay. So, if you're still with us, brilliant. We're just getting towards the last box. So, I don't know how interesting this is for people to actually see stuff unboxed from a wholesaler and to actually see how good a quality items they're actually getting. Now, before I started doing this, I was buying hundreds of items at a time from somewhere which I'm not saying where it is, but what I was buying was just random, I'll say random clothes. I was buying either jeans or jackets or t-shirts or whatever, but I never knew, I knew that it was jeans or t-shirts or coats, but I never knew what the quality was. It wasn't by any means graded, and there were some, I did get some really good items. I got some items that were worth hundreds of pounds at a time. I was buying t-shirts and I might have ended up with a whole load of Primark t-shirts, or I might have ended up with some Armani and some stuff that sold really well. But you never knew in the bundle of what grade it was, so you didn't know whether you were getting really good stuff or whether it was all armpity and stuff that would just need throwing away. And at least with actually buying from a wholesaler, you're actually getting to know the grading of it when you buy it, so that you know to a certain extent that if you're buying it for £3, you're at least going to be able to double or triple your money. So, and that's part of it is learning what kind of prices you can get for the stuff that you're buying from a wholesaler, and that you've got the margins there. That's really cool and funky. I like that one. It's UN92 seems to be the brand, but they're really cool and funky. Yeah, so it's knowing your margins, but also, and if you can sell your stock quick enough and flip it quick with a lower margin, but you can keep it circulating round, so you're getting lots of sales and circulating your stuff quicker. Sometimes is better not making as much profit, but make it a lot more, you know, having a lot more sales than holding out for the money. And for me at the moment, it's a fine line of trying to work out quite where that amount is. But I will get there. I'm not sure on this brand. It feels very odd at the top. It's a very odd one as well. Also, there is a zip at the back, but that one hasn't got a zip pull. That's not going to stop me from selling it, but it's a very odd feeling pair. You can't win on everything all the time. This looks, can't work out the brand on that one. Still look pretty good. What's this one? Island Haze. Apparently this one. Yeah, so let me know in the comments, do you use a wholesaler? And I mean, on my Facebook feed all the time, there is, I mean, there's about 10 different wholesalers that regularly pick up on my, are regularly advertising on my Facebook feed. And I did think about, what have we got here? I did think about not sharing who I'm getting my stuff from, but the culture of Best Vintage Wholesale seems to be getting people to share their videos of what they're doing, and that they do a lot of advertising. And the thing is, in some ways, if there's a wholesaler and they're heavily advertising out there, they're going to sell their stock whether they sell it to me or sell it to you. The stock's out there, and the stock's in the country. So it's going to be sold probably on the platforms that I'm going to be using, whether I buy it or whether you buy it. So, sharing who I'm getting it from. I don't currently get a, I know some people get, this is BUM equipment. Never heard of them. I don't actually currently get anything for recommending Best. As in, if you go to them, I don't have a code to give to you so that you get a bit off and I get a bit off. Maybe they'll do that for me in the future. Who knows? But just for clarity, last time I did one of those, they did give me a code to get a percentage off of my next order, which is actually this order. So I did get 15% off. There are different promotions that they do. They're heavily looking to promote their stuff and promote themselves. And to be honest, I think they should be promoting themselves, because I really like this stock. I think their stock is worth getting. This is 0 boards, I think it is. But that's my opinion. Let me know what you think. Do you think they're worth getting? For me, if you like going around charity shops every single day, and you like going to car boot sales, and you want to be up, I mean, I know people who go to Dunton and whatever, they're up at, I think, 3 or 4 o'clock to be there at Dunton. It's pitch black dark. They go around with their head torches. There are other car boot sales. You know, you've got a Ford Market down in Ford by Arundel. There's a load around the... But it's just they have to get up so early to go and get their bargains, and they need to get their bargains because they're running big thriving businesses. But they have to get their stock. You've got to be able to get your stock, otherwise what are you going to sell? This one's Ocean Current. Oh, is that a... No, it was a crease. I thought there was a little hole on that one, but that was actually it was actually just a crease. It was a bit of a shadow. It's another George Wells. As I say, I haven't seen some of the US flag ones are a little bit repetitive, but to be honest, even those they're not the same. Now this one I have not seen one of these. This is quite a unique one, I think. These are all fly fishing flies. I think that's really cool. Somebody wants to be there fishing. Yeah, so even this being Stars and Stripes, it's a different unique design. Well, I think it's a unique design. I mean, obviously in America you probably see them all the time. Another Ocean Current one. Oh, is this the last? Almost the last pair. Oh, we've got a pair of Reebok. Now the Reebok's got some marks down there. I expect that will just come off in the wash. So again, I don't see a problem in those. I think that will literally just come in the wash, off in the wash. But the other thing is, most of these, they just look so clean. After steam ironing, I'll be quite happy to not have actually put them through a washing machine cycle. There's the odd one or two, but on the stock that I was getting before, every single item had to go through the wash. So we're taking up the time for not only washing it, having to get it dried, and then going through the steaming and ironing, photographing that. So the actual washing thing, now that's not so bad in the summer for me, but in the winter that can be a real problem. Just in having the time for it to dry, it can really slow down the process and how much you actually do. So that is the last box, and we had just this one pair, and it has this. See if I can show you. I'll see if I can do it in the black. You can see this hole just here. Fingers through it. This one pair I'm not selling. Okay, they're going to go in the bin for me. But apart from that, one pair out of 125 items that I'm not prepared to sell. Now other people might want to sell those just to recoup their money. I don't want that in my store. I'm trying to keep my standards high, but I hope you guys found that interesting. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. There'll be more coming on this channel, not only reselling but all other things that I do in my life as well. This is going to be a combined channel for just stuff that I do. So if you want to follow along, please do. Catch you on the next one.